So it's kind of common knowledge, or just kind of something that people will say, if you want to get better at cycling, you want to increase your cadence. And in some aspects that is true. But some research actually shows that higher cadence is not the best or the most efficient for everyone. And this is something that I see when riding just some local greenways and stuff, is people who are a little more novice at cycling tend to be riding at a much lower cadence. And I used to think, dang, they just need to increase their cadence, they'd be so much more efficient. Well, actually, in novice cyclists or people who maybe aren't as fit, research shows pedaling at a lower cadence is actually more efficient. They don't have the cardiovascular capacity to increase their cadence, so they have to rely a little bit more on their muscular strength. So that is why I put that statement there in my post, that proper cadence is where your leg muscles and your heart muscles connect, intersect. So it's like how much strength you have connected with how much cardiovascular capacity you have, how in shape you are, actually is where your ideal cadence will be. So if you're down here, novice cyclist, maybe a little more leg power, but just not in shape, you are gonna pedal slower, and that is the most efficient way to pedal. So I'll have to give those people a little grace. Now, if you're in better shape cardiovascularly, and this could be someone who's maybe like a runner and really in good cardiovascular shape, but maybe doesn't have as much leg power yet, they're actually going to increase their cadence because cardiovascularly they can handle the increased cadence. Then if you have both, right, which would be a lot of leg muscular strength plus a lot of cardiovascular strength, that would be the ideal. And that is where you actually would be the fastest. And so that's the mentioning the, when I mentioned the world hour record, that's what's pretty interesting about that is the last one, the guy tried to average at about 105 RPM, which is a pretty fast cycling pace to keep up for an hour, pretty fast cadence. Plus also, not this particular guy, but the guy before him who had the record, Bradley Wiggins, he averaged 440 watts, I think I saw. So that is like a crazy amount of leg power that average that for an entire hour. So obviously if you have both, lots of leg strength, lots of cardiovascular efficiency, that creates the fastest cyclist or most efficient cyclist. So, but yeah, so it's kind of interesting to see what exactly is proper cadence. It's not just, hey, everyone should pedal at this cadence. It just depends on where you are at. Now, as you gain leg strength and cardiovascular strength, it does help to become a little bit quicker. So if you find that you're always just grinding away at the gears, and which can develop some knee pain and some foot problems, then you probably do want to try to figure out a way to pedal a little bit faster. Some of this is just technique and coordination. As you become a little more experienced cyclist, you will actually develop pedaling skills that help you to pedal a little faster, and you'll kind of find that efficiency sweet spot. And so it is common to have people who have been cycling for a while to that efficiency should be probably in the cadence in the 90s is usually what I try to encourage people to pedal at, especially if they're having some problems. So if you're having some knee and foot pain and you think, well, I've been cycling for a while, take a look at your cadence, maybe increasing it just a little bit if you're able would help that. So if you have any other questions about this, I'd love to chat with you about it. Just post and we can chat about it. So hope you all have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll talk to you later.